Hey, here with Shan Niazi. Shan is our trainer from Mississauga, Brampton. Welcome aboard, Shan. Super excited to have you on
Hello.
board. Yeah, we've been discussing your success as a trainer. You're actually at the point right now where you're starting to scale your in-home personal training business up. You're pretty much at a capacity of where you want to be taking on in-home personal training clients. And now this is the beautiful part about running a business is you actually start to scale your business up by bringing other
Mhm.
trainers on to help you. So before we get all into all of that, I just want to ask you, like, what was the main reason you decided to join InHome Trainer? If you can recall back when we first started working together.
Yeah, so back when we first started working together, I think I had just finished university doing my kin degree, and you know there there really weren't a lot of good job prospects for kinesiologists or trainers at that time. Like I would go to interviews at at gyms at other types of training facilities, and the pay there wasn't the greatest. Like it was hard to it would be hard to make a long career out of working in fitness. So when I started with in-home trainer, I'm like, oh my God, I'm already making double what I would have been making had I been working at a large gym. So it looked like the best way to actually make a long career out of working personal training, which, as we know, there's a lot of turnover. Every couple, a lot of trainers do this for maybe 1 or 2 years, and then they have to quit because they can't make this something long term.
Yeah, I see that all the time. I was almost that trainer, right? I almost left
Hmm.
the gym industry completely
Yeah.
after working many years in it and then realizing it was very hard to make ends meet. So you
Hmm.
obviously jumped right into in-home personal training and
Yeah.
never looked back. You just kind of continued to follow
Hmm.
this model, and it's awesome to see your success. So before you started, I guess, and before you started joining our team, I know you're a new trainer that just sort of ended up getting registered as a kinesiologist and then was looking for an opportunity. What was like the I guess what was your belief inside about this industry?
You know, it was pretty daunting. I'm like, I like when I first started my career, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, what have I just spent the past 4 years studying? Like, how do I make how do I make a career, a business out of this? How do I support myself? Um, yeah, it wasn't the best place to be starting a career from, right? Especially after 4 years of university. So once I started working with them, you guys, I actually saw like, okay, this can be done. This can be this can be made into a full-time job, and then now this can be made into like an actual business where I'm hiring other trainers and helping them make it a full-time career.
Yeah, amazing. I love that. And so, obviously, yeah, it's very daunting. Like new trainers come into our world and it's super daunting, right? They don't know where to start. And then we also sometimes see like established trainers come into our world and they're like, okay, like how am I going to do this? I've been in this industry for a long time. I'm still struggling. I'm still looking for jobs. But yet, and I'm a big believer in this, when you actually run your own business, it's the true way to longevity in this business, and that's what I'm so passionate to help trainers like you accomplish. So, what made you realize now is the time to start and just pursue your own in-home personal training business?
Yeah. So when I first started doing this, I was also doing like two to three other part-time jobs, right? Like I was working at a bank, I was working with a rehab company,
Yeah.
and then just in between that, I would take on a couple clients. So as I got better at doing this, as I got better at signing on clients, giving them better customer service, I started getting more leads and more requests from my existing clients. Like, hey, can we add on one or two more sessions? So at that time, like it was like a switch clicked. I'm like, oh, like from here, I see a path forward now. So at that point, I decided, and this was right before the COVID lockdowns. Actually, I
Right.
decided to quit my other jobs and do this full time. I'm like, I see a path forward. I see a way to make what I I see a way to make what I'm passionate about a actual job and career. So that's when I was like, okay, this is something I have to do full time. I have to give myself the opportunity to build a business out of this.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And were there any conflicts along the way? Obviously, COVID was
Mhm,
was a big one.
mhm.
Um, but for you, you actually navigated that storm like effectively well.
Yeah,
You actually quit your
yeah.
jobs and went full in with your business. But were there any obstacles, any hurdles in your business?
Any, um, you know what? Yeah, there was some hurdles. It was I knew how to be a good trainer. I didn't know how to be a marketer, a manager, um, a customer service agent. So those were all additional skill sets that I had to learn along the way.
Right. Yeah,
Now,
absolutely. And those take time to develop. And
mhm,
were you able, you're still, I'm assuming, mastering those skills and
yeah,
how do you feel with those skills right now?
way better. Like if I go back to who I was 2 or 3 years ago, he was he would not be doing something like this, right? So I've learned how to have those conversations, discussing things things that used to be difficult to discuss with clients, right? Like pricing, asking for payments, asking for referrals. Now it's like second nature.
Right.
So of
Yeah.
course it is a continuous learning process because you can keep getting better at these things.
Yeah, we all grow as entrepreneurs, right? So
Hmm.
we sort of, I call it like you grow in doggy years, right? You
Hmm.
start off slowly, but then suddenly, like after like 3, 4, 5 years of doing this, you can grow like in leaps and bounds in terms
Yeah.
of the amazing abilities that you can develop as an entrepreneur. And it does take time, but you've obviously come a long way.
Yeah.
Now, what's been your achievement so far with your in-home personal training business?
I think my biggest achievement has been hiring three well now four other trainers, and it happened very quickly. Like I think we had this conversation like almost a year ago where you were telling me, hey, you're going to get to the point where you'll need to start hiring subcontractors, and I kept pushing it off, and then finally over that summer, I taken on so many clients, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't manage this many clients. So once I started hiring trainers, it snowballed very quickly. Now I'm up to four trainers. They're all seeing their own clients, and now I'm giving them support.
Amazing. Yeah, if there's any other trainers that are, maybe watching this or interested in coming into our world, any advice that you could give them? Any parting words for a trainer like you that was
Yeah.
perhaps just starting in the industry a few
Hmm.
years ago and now has established a very lucrative in-home training business?
Yeah. So for sure, learn about marketing and sales. These are going to be your bread and butter. Whatever career you go down, you have to know how to market and sell your skills. So I would say definitely learn about those two areas. You don't have to be the best salesman in the world. You just have to be good enough to get yourself a good client base, and then just be persistent. It does take time. It's not something overnight. You're going to go from no clients to 100 clients. It takes time. You have to build relationships with these people. So be patient, keep pushing through, and don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone and learn these new skills.
Amazing. One final question.
Mhm.
You may have answered this already, but what's been the biggest transformation that you've experienced working with in-home trainer?
And I like actually making a career out of this. Like I have zero plans of ever going back to any other kind of job or employment. Like this is my next who knows how many years.
Right. Amazing. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it, Sean. Well, congrats on your success. Super excited to watch you continue to grow as a not only as a trainer, but as an amazing entrepreneur. So thanks for doing this and we'll catch you next time.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.